Welcome everybody to World of Tanks Replays. My name is Maxwell and today's first replay is from the unit user Tankistol Florin. It's a weird name, that is Tankistol Florin, and he's driving the T29 on an encounter battle on Malinovka. T29 being a tier 7 heavy tank for the Americans. And this being a tier 7 only battle, you can imagine that the T29 is a pretty damn good tank that's going to dominate his opponents. Only 3 tier 7 tanks on either side. So this is a pretty much sit back, relax and enjoy the carnage kind of video. So straight away, Florin going to be heading up the hill, spots out a KV-85 across the way there, gets a great shot through the side, although unfortunately gets a little bit of a low roll. Everybody else attempting to pound him down. He finally gets taken out by the Jagdpanther, and the rest of the guys continue to make their way up the hill. Looks like the enemy team wants to have a daylight charge across the minefield here for some reason. Bounces a shot on the AT-8, but that's not surprising considering it's very, very thick armor. Has a look across the way to the road that the enemy team takes to get up the hill. Gets a nice shot on the AT-7. Spoiled for choice at the moment. AT-7 tracked just at the top of the hill, so probably going to go for another shot on him, and does land it. Takes some tracking damage from a Churchill 7, so he is in somebody's sights at least. Does bounce another shot there. Going to have a blind shot into the fog of war to see if he can hit that Churchill 7. Did lose his track to an IS, but used his repair kit just to fix that one up as he was out in the open. Didn't want to get pounded like their T150 just ahead of him. Didn't want to lose too many hit points. KV-85 coming in front, just being a little bit of a road hog here. But Florin just cuts around on the inside. Going to go and offer some support to the T-34-1 just ahead of him here. Quite a few enemy tanks on the hill, and quite a few enemy tanks taking to the hill. A lot of the allies camping a little bit further back, so this might be a little bit of a difficult battle if it wasn't for the T-29 Supreme turret armor. Just off the top of my head, I'm pretty sure it's about 329mm of turret armor. And with that gun mantlet at the front, this thing is almost indestructible from the front. I'm going to go for a shot on the T150 here. Does in fact land it. And he's done 1,500 points of damage already. After just getting up to the top of the hill. Finds another T150 and gets a hit onto him as well. So not quite able to focus down any particular target, but is landing good bits of damage onto multiple tanks here. Got to be careful though, so it looks like the enemy team does want to push quite quickly on this left-hand side here. Going to get another shot through the T-150. That one just bounced, unfortunately, with the trollish armor of these Soviet heavies. Now looking at this Type 58, he's looking pretty itchy. Not too sure if he's going to try and make a run for it. Does land a lovely shot on the AT-7. Going to try and eliminate him from the battle. He's got his weak spot zeroed in. Lands his shot, takes him out. That's kill number 1. 2,500 points of damage. Still a couple of T-150s and that Type 58. Losing this one quite handily at the moment at 2 kills to 6. They are getting obliterated on the hill and camping in the south there. Type 58 decides to make a run for it. Unfortunately, he's just going to run into the combined guns of all of the allied tanks and he gets taken out. T150 came forward to capitalise on the distraction, but it wasn't too good of a distraction. He just gets his tank blown to pieces. Florin just having a quick look to his right-hand side, trying to dissuade either of those tanks from moving forward. Does see an ARL, lands a lovely bit of damage onto the ARL, and he's got to fight for his life now as it's just himself and this KV-85, and is it the Type T-34-1 left against 4 or 5 enemy tanks. Florin doing a good job of evening it up a little bit, taking down multiple enemy tanks now, even this one up to 7 kills to 9. If he can land this shot on the KV-85, it's going to dissuade him from moving forward, although it doesn't. He's trying to get tight in against the hill there to get into cover. Florin doesn't want to let him live any longer than he has to. Gets him taken out for kill number 4, and the two of them going to move on to this T-150 now. KV-85 rushing in. He doesn't have the alpha damage to take him out, although the T-34-1 is flanking around from the side. Florin lets off a shot there for kill number 5. Some shells land just to his left, but he's got an IS in his sights. Looks like a stock IS at that, or at least the stock cannon. Gets a great shot onto the top of him as well. He's in a fantastic position here. Hasn't taken any damage whatsoever in this battle. Takes out that IS for a well-deserved Top Gun medal. T-34-85 making a run for it now. Going to try and have a predictive shot into the fog of war. Fires his shot, and wow, what an amazing piece of predictive work there to hit that T-34-85 blind on the move in the fog of war. He hadn't been seen for a while as well, and that was an amazing, amazing shot. Finally takes a bit of damage from this ARL-44. He's going to spin himself around and try and land a shot on the front of this ARL. Can only see a very angled front plate in that track. Did land a shot on that track. He takes some damage from the front. That track gets repaired and he starts to reverse away. Doing the smart thing of staying back. No, he's not. I was going to say doing the smart thing of staying behind the rock, but he didn't. And he got taken out by Florin for kill number 8. And that leaves the SU-122-44 and the SU-100. Both very dangerous tank destroyers. Has a blind shot just in case there. Like I was saying, both very dangerous tank destroyers, so if they can play the cards right, they may be able to take apart the 4 remaining allied tanks. But it looks like that SU-100 was just way out of position. He gets taken out. And now it is a case of trying to hunt down this SU-122-44. So far, Florin has played an absolutely superb game. Going to try and land a shot on the SU. Lets his gun focus all the way in. Beautiful shot to go through his sidearm and take out his track and get another 300 plus damage. Just trying to make another predictive shot there. Fires it into the fog of war. We're going to see if that landed at all. Did anything? Not really sure. Nope, looks like the SU did the smart thing of hiding behind the rock rather than continuing to charge forward. We're going to see who can land the last bit of damage to pick up the kill on the SU. It is the Panzer III-4. That is GG and the victory. So absolutely amazing replay there from Tanky Stull Florin, picking himself up 8 kills, 5,500 points of damage, probably closer to 6 with that blind kill on the T-34-85 from earlier. So awesome game from you. Thank you very much for sending that one in. Don't forget to stick around because, as always, the score screens and another game are coming right up. And this replay was sent in by the user, well, that looks like Odin GG. So we'll call him Odin GG. And he's driving the E50 on an encounter battle on the Sand River. E50 being a tier 9 medium tank for the Germans. This is a tier 10 battle. 4 tier 10s on either side, so not insurmountable odds, but still pretty stacked in the favour of the tier 10s when it comes to this. Especially because there's only 3 tier 9s between them and tier 8s. So you would imagine that those 2 FV215Bs on the enemy team and that T57 Heavy are going to have an absolute field day and just absolutely cream these tier 8s on the allied side and vice versa. So we're going to see how Odin's going to perform in his tier 9 medium tank up against these tier 10s and the tier 8s. A little bit of an interesting matchup for the tier 9s, these ones. Comes up against an SU-101 straight away. And a Jagdpanther 2. Looks like the enemy tank destroyers want to take this hill very, very quickly. And to see if they've got any backup or if it's just the 2 of them. They are here rather quickly. Although this is an encounter battle, so they did spawn just at the bottom of the hill. Looks like the Jagdpanther is looking at somebody else, and he's able to get a great shot through his lower plate. SU-101 facing up the mountain towards Odin for some reason, even though he's probably not going to go for that shot. Goes for the lower plate of the Jagdpanther 2 again. Object 907 comes and flanks around the back of the SU-101. He's all but dead now, so Odin can just forget about him. But it's a great shot through the underbelly of the Jagdpanther there to finish him off. Looks like the SU-101 still alive. Object 907 having a little bit of trouble there, so Odin just finishes him off. Picks up 2 very quick kills in this battle. Only, well, less than 2 minutes gone. Picked up 2 quick kills. And himself and this Object 907 have won the hill now. Let's just take a quick look at this Object 907. I know it's not what the subject of the video is, but it's an interesting looking tank nonetheless. You don't see very many of them in pub games. And there we go, back to Odin. He's going to be having a look across the way at the camping tank destroyers of the enemy team. Looks like the enemy has started a base capture now, but that's going to take over 3 minutes to complete, so no need to rush about that one. Finds a Rheinmetall as well. Going to try and focus down on this Jagdpanther too, as he's quite close to death. Always good to get a tank out of the battle as quickly as possible. The Object 907 has crossed the open field, although he has lost a lot of hit points doing it. Trying to decide who to fire at. Decided to go for the Rheinmetall, as he was low on health at that point and presenting a very, very easy target. Object 907 gets himself taken out, but that's going to give our man here another clear shot at a Rheinmetall. May even reload in time, thinking about having a predictive shot. Lines that one up and does fire. Looks like that one may have missed. SU goes flying past there on his way to the battle. Should reload in time to get a hit on this FV. Indeed he does. FV getting whittled down. He's going to back all the way away now. Doesn't want to take any more damage while he reloads that huge cannon. There we go. Pokes his head just back up again. Had a shot. Looks like that one just went a little bit high and wide. Looks like nobody else is presenting themselves as targets. Nobody else wants to crest the hill and get shot in the face. So he's going to have to make a move now. SU-101 has been eliminated by the Rheinmetall. But the Rheinmetall does only have 371 hit points left, which should be enough for the E50's alpha damage to be able to take out in a single hit. Hopefully he can come in, take him out without taking any damage in return. Depends how quick the Rheinmetall's reflexes are. Not quick enough because he's looking in the wrong direction. He gets taken out. That's kill number 4. Base capture still stubbornly going on. FV-183 fires and plants it into the deck after taking a shot in the face. Odin now knows he's got 20 odd seconds left before the FV-183 is reloaded. Took his track out beautifully, but the 183 used that repair kit just to fix that one up. Trying to get a hit on him. Does land a good shot. Only got 5 hit points left. Going to switch his attention to that IS-8. Doesn't want to get hit in the side as he tries to bear down on this 183. 183 is reloaded, but it's not quick enough. He gets taken out for kill number 5. Now he's going to have a look towards this IS-8. Looks like the IS-8 is heading his way. Has he got the alpha damage to take him out? He has indeed. That's kill number 6. A well-deserved Top Gun medal. And our man here has just absolutely decimated this flank. Game all even now at 12 kills to 12. Thanks in no small part to Odin GG here. Taking out the entire right-hand flank pretty much single-handedly. Had a little bit of help early on from the Object 907 and a couple of other guns. But it's he himself who has eliminated 6 tanks on this flank. Does get spotted out now by one of the FV-215Bs. Looks like they are working in a pair. And if they both try and press down on Odin, he's going to have to be careful. Tries to get a shot on him, but hasn't quite got the gun depression. Looks like one of them is flanking around. And one of them is looking towards the IS-7, so he's able to sneak a great shot onto him. Both of them fire their shots. That was a hell of a snapshot from the 215 there. He should be reloaded. Got to be careful as this FV-215B does reload very, very quickly. He's lost a lot of hit points here. About 800 from a couple of shots from the FV. The other one is still flanking around, but with the first 215B being only on 500 hit points, if he can take him out, there we go. Gets him eliminated very, very quickly. Looking maybe moving towards the cap circle now. Still got a minute on that. Looks like the IS-7's making that move. IS-7 versus a T29. There should be no way in the world that IS-7 should be able to lose that matchup. Especially with the IS-7 on over 1100 hit points. So he's just got to wait now for this 215B. 215B has his shot and just bounces there. Looks like he's going to charge towards him. He's got the plan that he wants to take out the E50 quickly and then move on to the cap circle to eliminate this IS-7. But obviously Odin GG is going to have different plans. Uses repair kit to fix up the damaged gun there. They're going to use the corpse of this 183 as cover. He can only take 2 more hits from this 215B, so he's got to play it very carefully. Whereas the 215 has 1400 health. Lands. Oh, shot by the bat chat there. Sets him on fire. Takes him down to 900 hit points. And that one has just very nicely evened up the score there. Rocking backwards and forwards, lures the 215B into firing. 215B does have the faster reload, so has to play it carefully here. Getting into a side-scraping position, but he gets himself into a side-scraping position. Going to try and lure the 215 into firing. 215 gets set on fire for a second time, and that is GG and the victory. So absolutely awesome, awesome game played there by Odin GG. Probably pronouncing that incredibly incorrectly. He's done over 7,000 points of damage, 8 kills, a well-deserved Radley Walters medal in a tier 10 battle. So awesome replay from you. Thank you very much for sending that one in. Don't forget, guys, if you've got yourself a great replay, please send that into replay@screenreality.com. The link for that is in the description. Just attach the replay file itself or the link to the What Replay website to the email, and I can check that one out for you. And don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, you found it useful, informative, you learned something, or you just enjoyed it, think about hitting that subscribe button, because there's a lot more World of Tanks content on this channel. I've been Maxwell, this has been World of Tanks Replays, and I'll catch you guys next time.